Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is one of the rounds I captured while I was playing on my PS4 upstairs, waiting for things to stop hurting. It's really kind of nice playing a game with like a projector pointed at your ceiling. Just really nice, big, clear picture. It was fun. I'm in the Banshee. This is naturally a 700 room, since there's a Banshee. And this was taken sometime last week, so you will be seeing me fight some Gundams, among other things. Right now I'm going after this heavy gear Doga, because that's kind of my job as the raid. Managed to get it with a couple of quick hits. Probably could have comboed it out if I wanted to, but just wanted to just be ready to evade in case anybody came up and tried to stab me in the back, as frequently happens when I am going after the sport. Managed to graze a couple of people with the Mega Cannon there, which, yeah, stopped a few people. There's a Gundam, which I am just going to go straight after. Missed with that, and it was ready for the uppercut, so it tackled. It's low on health, so unfortunately, that means that it and the thing standing next to it just got a temporary buff. But the reason I picked the Banshee, of course, is because its beam has heavy stagger, which means a few, if a few ticks of that Garrowby hit the it will drop out in the sky, which very, very useful and important. Also, also good for this heavy Doga. But yeah, it worked out fairly well. Used MTD to prolong my life for a moment, but used the Garrowby at the wrong time, and yeah, that didn't work. So rough start, but that happens. Again, like I keep saying, sometimes you lose the first wipe, and you just got to kind of keep your patience and try again. Which is hopefully what's going on here. I just in case nobody has heard me talk about it before, incidentally, Garrowby is the Japanese fans' name for beams like that. It comes from the Gundam Versus community, and basically what it means is beam vomit. So yeah, anything that just is a constant stream of damage like that is a Garrowby attack. I think I called it, and so does like the official descriptions within GBO2, I believe, call it continuous damage, which also plenty descriptive if you don't feel like invoking foreign words for barf. But okay, I think I hit. I think I just hit the scenery words. Okay, but yeah, we've now traded wipes. We're ahead a little bit. We're all in very good health, which puts us in a good position to take the lead and win. And if not win an entire other team wipe, definitely maintain the lead based on how well we work together. So far, I think we're doing fairly well. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to hold that for a second and aim better to make sure I did not hit one of our Shis. Good lord, I had forgotten that it is all Gundams, me, and full armor unicorn? Oh, full armor unicorns in general. I forget what that is, but it might be new HWS. Regardless, it is a I bet it's full armor double Zeta. These icons are I probably need new glasses again already. But anyway, yeah. The beam for an attack that just starts very quickly and lasts longer than you might think, that attack really has decent tracking. It could be faster, but I've used beams that have faster tracking of that type, and then you tend to overshoot. So yeah, it's a weapon that is difficult to use on purpose, so that your success rate for getting the most damage out of it possible kind of offsets the fact that you can use it very, very regularly on the Banshee. So, yeah. But again, it does well if you can land it, and I've managed to land some of it, and I don't have to land very much to get a Gundam out of the sky. So that's kind of why I took this in, because I'd heard people already saying that Gundams were being a major problem at 700, so I figured it would be good if I, planned for that. I've tried to run some other things in 700 the last couple of weeks, especially a Kshatriya. That didn't go too well. Went with the trusty Moon Gundam the other day. That was at least passable. But yeah, this is the she and Penelope are definitely difficult to contend with a lot of times. I also, yes, thank you to everybody for pointing out that I forgot in yesterday's Sims video that they are not usable in space, so their funnel missiles cannot reach the Big Zam, in orbit. But yeah, it's a totally voided train of thought is what it is, but yeah, stunned it, hit it with the Garrowby, and just moving in with the Vulcan Rush, and that is it. To be honest, since I'm trying not to use NTD very much with the Banshee, with the standard Banshee, if I need a boost or if I need, some kind of way to deal with things, which I felt like I did, I will go for it. But since there is no way with the Banshee to stop the bleeding, it is a very, very last resort weapon in my opinion. So, well, I missed everything I wanted to hit there. That's not great, but there we go. Oop, if I could just get a Vulcan shot off. Not quite. They are catching up, but with 2 minutes left, we've still got a 1,500 point lead. That's like at most 2 kills with assists and what have you. It could be 1. But yeah, again, just, if I had been on the team that was fighting 3 Shis, I don't know that I would have done this well. I was also saying in the comments to one of the videos this past week, there's kind of a cycle with GBO2 suits, which is, a lot of people get the suit. They have trouble learning its new stuff, and they say it needs buffed. Some people learn it really well, and in a couple of weeks, people are saying it needs nerfed. That's just kind of the circle of life. That said, I would hope that that maybe we'll get some new a new support with like some more dedicated anti-flight tech, because to be honest, it's not just the she and Penelope. In the Moon Gundam round I was talking about, I also had, even though I was a general, I had a bunch of Justice Shazars coming after me, and that is, to say the least, a problem. So yeah, it's changed things. It's gonna take a while for people to adapt. It's gonna take a while to see how things shake out, honestly. But it's, we'll see what happens. We're still, from what I've heard, we're in a better shape for our anniversary than Fate Grand Order is for theirs in Japan. So that's something. But yeah, we have just about wrapped this up. They are not going to score 7,000 points on us in 5 seconds. So, but I am going to try and punch a Sinanju. Again, I like the big moves, the big punches. They're not always the best idea, but this is why I get killed in Souls-like games so often, too, because I like to go for the big swings, and sometimes you just need to hit fast and get out. But yeah, managed to pick up a couple of close kills, near-death enemies there at the end, so managed to get top score and get a full third of the team's score. 8-3 and 127,000 damage. I think that's pretty solid. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. I kind of hope to try this again sometime with more than one Shi on the enemy team, and, Penelope's besides, to see what happens. But until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Okay, so the deal with Fate Grand Order's 9th anniversary in Japan, if anybody is interested. 3 years ago, so US players got them last year, they introduced a new mechanic called Servant Coins. You get a few for raising the bond level of a character, but mostly you get them for duplicate copies. And they have what are called append skills, which you can use the coins to unlock, which gives certain advantages like charging your special attacks, doing extra damage against certain classes, etc. So you have to roll a fair number of those to unlock all the append skills, and you also need servant coins if you want to limit break a servant's level past 100. So they just introduced for the 9th anniversary 2 new append skills for all the characters, and that means that you have to get even more copies of astronomically rare cards in the case of the 5 stars to to actually make any progress with them and, fully kit them out. To the point where, yeah, apparently there's been a huge backlash, and they're promising that something be done to fix things. I hope they get that together, because yeah, I like the mechanic, but the way it's being expressed is still very mercenary. So FGO has a kind of a reputation for being stingy anyway. It took them like 5-6 years to get a pity system, and you have to roll, I think it's like 300 times to get the free servant on any given banner. That is really, really expensive. So yeah, I think, given that the game is 9 years old, I kind of have a feeling that even though it's still very popular, they may have to like draw back on this a little bit to not lose people. See what happens. And if you're thinking that all of this makes GBO2's free-to-play features sound a fair bit more friendly than that, and then some other gacha games, they really are. I still think there's room for improvement, and places where, it would sting to just go after everything. I'm not that kind of whale. I can't do that. But yeah, in terms of free to play games, GBO2 is still a major improvement over 1, and could definitely be much, much worse.